pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First up, we're looking for approval of minutes in our last meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, now first
Second.
and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Okay, on resolutions, first one up is a resolution allocating funds made available to the County of Oswego through the American Rescue Plan Act to certain subrecipients and beneficiaries.
Mr. Chairman, I would suggest we hold a special meeting as there's 6 projects that will be discussed by standing committees this month, none of which are directly approved by government and courts, consumer affairs, that we hold a special meeting prior to the legislative meeting to do our final approval of these 6 after these committees.
Okay. We have a first on that. Second. Any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
And now to the original. Any discussion? We're all good? Every amendment.
I'm sorry.
No, you can have a meeting, so you
Right.
can table this one until they meet.
Okay. So we're all set. Next up, we have a resolution authorizing execution of an intermunicipal agreement with the town of Scriba, Mexico Academy Central School Districts relative to real property tax negotiations involving the James A. Fitzpatrick nuclear power plant.
The revised papers have been circulated. There's slight edits in that, and we anticipate, because the pilot's expiring, we'll be back at the table with the owner of Fitzpatrick to negotiate an agreement. So this is just to ramp up towards that.
Okay.
The rates didn't change though, right?
I would make a motion we pass this.
Okay. Have a first and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Next up, we have a resolution appointing a records management officer for the County of Oswego. Have anything on Terry?
So this has been done in the past. It has to be done through this law through the legislature, and actually the reason for this is I'm applying for a grant for a record center. So part of the stipulation through New York State Archives is that I am named the records management officer.
Okay. Motion.
I'll make a motion, we approve.
I'll second.
Have a first and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Congratulations.
What an honor.
Yeah.
Good raise.
Well-
My day, records management officer was a disc jockey.
Next, we
Yeah,
have
Spotify on my phone. We're good.
a resolution establishing petty cash account for the Department of Weights and Measures. In the amount of $250. Bessie, you have anything on that?
Yes, the reason we're doing this is because currently when Jamie does any of his gas sampling, he uses his own cash and then we reimburse him. So this just gives him the money up front, and we'll use petty cash instead of him waiting to be reimbursed every month.
Okay. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Although I think
second
we should have a debit card instead of cash,
Right.
just a county card. I'll be like,
I'll second that.
All right. Any other discussion on that? Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Next up, we have a resolution establishing local law number 1 of 2023 to create a sustainable energy loan program, CPACE, in the County of Oswego.
I would make a motion that we pass this in this committee and forward it on to the full legislature for approval.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have the first and second. Any other discussion on that?
Yeah, after a lot of discussions with Rich and hearing concerns, I mean, one of the things we're always leery of is to do something that puts the county under any liabilities. I think per the discussions we've had, they're minimum here. And this program would allow particularly large organizations to apply for energy related loans. Our liability, we investigated, would be if there was ever a foreclosure on that. The loan stays with the property. But again, I think most of us felt it was minimum, so we did have the proposal for a local law. We had the hearing and it passed at the hearing, and so it's time to go forward with it. So there'll probably be limited users. It's very restrictive on who can get the money and what other liens may be on the property. But if this helps in any way of creating more economic opportunity in the county, then so be it. So I pass it.
Okay.
Who manages that? What department?
They're
Treasurer?
I would think so. The loans are managed and by Epic, a company called Epic of New York. It's the only organization in New York that has been designated to be able to handle these.
So this just authorizes us to have this happen here?
We're
not really gonna manage it.
A taxing municipality has to pass the local law. That's why a village or a town can't do it. They're taxing, but they don't have the authority to lien the property.
Well, they could do it under the local law, but this company wants a tax district to do it because of so the city's already done this, and they put these loans out to bid, so there'll be different servicers of the loans. So they'll become a lien on the property, and if it went to foreclosure, the stub search should pick up the lien, and then they'd be noticed in the tax foreclosure. I don't think there's any administrative.
So we're not running a program.
No, I don't think there's any. The county could run its own program. That's the other alternative.
Mhm.
But the way this is set up, we're not running it, so there's not any administrative.
We're just
Trying to head off a surprise.
permission to run it. Basically, just giving us permission to run the program.
Yeah.
But administratively, we're not. Other than Terry having things filed in his office, we're not doing much of anything. It's all the private concern.
All right, we have the first and the second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. Next up, we have a resolution authorizing budget modification to the property of real property tax services for senior exemption mailing list. We got that information on the pamphlet. Actually, we have a couple $1,000 we have to pay for extra mailing and to get all these notices out.
Yeah, this is the senior exemption. The state passed a law, or signed the bill into law late last year after we adopted our budget. This requires all municipalities, and that includes the county, to send a notice to every senior in the county of this exemption. The deadline to send it out is today, so they gave us lots of time to figure out how to pay for it, design it, and mail it out. All what this does is we had to do a budget override to get a PO cut to get that card created and mailed. So this makes their budget whole on postage using fund balance money of $15,000.
It requires two mailings, and it went into effect December 23rd. One is on the tax bill, and this caught everybody by surprise. So
Everybody across the state. It's not just us.
And it costs a little bit.
Right.
No doubt. Yes.
I have a question about that. So it's required for seniors, but not the disabled, the people getting Social Security disability?
I think it's a senior exemption only.
Because
correct?
there are
Yeah.
two.
You have somebody here.
It's seniors with 37,000 and change.
Right.
But why wouldn't they have to notify the others that they might be eligible? I wonder.
It's the way the word,
You pass the vote.
the law is worded.
Okay.
I think it'd be hard to like try to identify every disabled person who might be eligible and then mail something to them. You know what? I don't know if there's an existing mailing list for disabled people, right?
And
Only Social Security would have it.
and the disabled list changes more frequently than the senior list with the threshold of that
Yeah,
37,000.
and people go on and, they're considered temporarily
Yeah.
a person with disabilities or permanent. And that can change daily.
I'd make a motion, we authorize this budget modification.
Okay, I'll second. Okay, we have a first and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
You may pass it around the other way.
Peg, do you have anything for us?
Certification or certificate of appreciation. Mary Ann's got 10 years.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Supposed to be having a picture taken, I guess.
So if you guys notify Kelly or anybody.
Mail is supposed to.
Today's the 30th.
Coming out.
Okay.
No.
Coming up.
They knew. But that's all we have. Just getting ready. for
So is
petitions.
everybody aware of the latest on petitions coming out and everything? I know you spoke.
Yes, please.
It's tentative, it's not permanent, right?
What?
Oh,
The dates.
The dates for filing could change
Okay.
because of Passover.
Sorry. It's like, where is he over here?
when will we know permanent dates, you know?
Up to the,
This week.
Oh, okay,
This week?
great.
you got that? You don't know. Always have the information before you.
Fred said.
Mr. Chairman, before you adjourn, don't forget the approval of the verification policy.
Okay. As far as this,
Any money on it?
we gotta have an approval of out-of-band verification policy.
And what this is a, someone sends an email, employee or vendor saying they want to change their bank or change payment type. This requires a phone call, fax, letter, some other verification outside of the email for any change or to set up an initial direct deposit or wire transfer. It also requires training for phishing and social engineering, which both of these things are cyber carriers recommending and requiring we have in place to maintain coverage.
So we have anything else with that? Just verified or?
Pass it.
This is very important, I think, to do this. I mean, we've had county clerk's offices who have had some issues with it. Two counties to the south of us, they had a couple 100,000 that was an issue at one point. So all of this stuff is really transpiring in the county clerk world, and anything to protect us is, it might sound like a hassle, but it's definitely worthwhile.
Okay.
So Suffolk County went down for
Well,
a couple of weeks because of.
More than that.
More than that was months.
They had to go back to paper on everything.
That was a hacking thing. This specific, with this money transfer, Cortland County went through this.
Yeah.
Their clerk's office.
But this will also help prevent hacking too, because phishing is one way that hacking occurs.
So we need a motion to approve this.
Just to approve it, yeah.
I think that did you move to approve it?
No, but I would be happy to.
A little art in the other hand. Or you say,
No, I'd make a motion to approve this out-of-band verification policy.
Okay. So first and a second. Any other discussion on it? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Those opposed? We have no other reports. Anybody wants to do it?
I get a question, so you have a calendar for the petitions and all that stuff yet?
Yes, we do. The only thing, the filing dates might change because the last day is Passover. First day of signing is February 28th.
We're late this year.
First day of first day of signing is the 28th. First day of filing is April 2nd. There it is. Is that April 2nd?
First week of April,
Yeah.
yeah, Monday through Thursday. I think that Wednesday is Passover.
Yeah.
So
So that might change.
Sure you told me.
We'll have the numbers on Wednesday, how many are required.
Okay, so.
We'll do that on
February
Wednesday
21st.
you'll have to pick it back up with
February
all
20th.
the information.
Pardon?
So Wednesday we can pick up the packet with all the information.
No,
Thursday.
probably mid-February.
No.
We'll have those ready.
Okay.
Okay?
I guess. Motion to adjourn.
I'd make a motion we adjourn.
Yeah, first and second. Adjourn. The lady up for